This palette is going against everything I believe in, but let me explain. Hey y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be talking about reviewing, showing swatches, and doing a look with the new Nomad palette. This is the Chamonix Après-Ski palette. This does come out Tuesday, January 14th, around 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The retail cost is $49. You can use my code GLITTERFALLOUT if you decide to pick this up and you want to save some money. You can use that on any Nomad palette, but I want to get into this palette because it's messing with my brain. So one of the first things I always like to talk about with any Nomad review, they always include a postcard where they talk about where some of the proceeds are going. With almost every Nomad palette, there are a few exceptions, but with almost every one, a portion of the proceeds go to a good cause that supports the location that they have traveled to. So with this one, we are proud to support Inspire Mont Blanc Association that works for better air quality and the protection of the environment in the Mont Blanc region. And forgive any French that I butcher to hell in this video. Next, I always like to discuss the packaging. I think this is really pretty. I feel like it's very cozy and it's very warm, if that makes sense. I don't know. I love the ski chalet vibes, but I always love how thin their packaging is and how easy it is to store. But let's take a look inside. Before we take a look inside, I do want to let you know though, one of my shades broke. This is not the fault of Nomad. I have had so many Nomad palettes and I've never had a shade break. This is definitely my post office kind of probably throwing this around a bit, but I was able to salvage most of the shade. So in here we have a cozy vibe, right? This is cozy. Like these are definitely leaning towards pastel, a lot of these, but not quite pastel. I feel like they have more of a richness to them. We do have 18 shades in here, and it is split evenly with 9 mattes and 9 shimmers. This shade right here, which is, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher all these, off-piste. This is the only one that broke, and I was able to save like 85% of it, so I'm really happy about that. When I did the swatches, these behave exactly how I expect Nomad shadows to behave. They were all beautifully pigmented. The shimmers were all super shimmery and opaque in one swatch. Since there are more pastel-y shades in this palette, again, not quite pastel, but leaning towards pastel, some of the mattes took a little bit of building up, but that's what I expect with literally any pastel shade, no matter the brand. So I'm not upset about that, and they were able to build up on my arm. But again, as I always say, swatches on the arm do not equal how it's going to look on your face. But let me tell you why I think this palette does go against everything I believe in. If you've watched my channel at all before, you know that I am not a fan of pink eyeshadows, right? I am just not a fan of them on me. On other people, love them. Love them. So when I opened up this palette, the first thing I saw, admittedly, I don't know why, was this like packet of 6 right here, which is highly pink leaning. And I was like, oh gosh, I don't know. But then I kept looking more at them and I'm like, but I really like those pink shades. Now, don't get me wrong. You know me. You know I love green and blue and purple, and my brain wants me to go here. But today, I'm going here. Here's the reason that I'm going pink, okay? I am blaming this on Amanda. So Amanda is the owner of Unearthly Cosmetics. She goes by Hayden Haunts on Instagram, and she did this beautiful sparkly pink look, and it had me entranced. So even though I don't like pink shadows on myself, I'm doing pink shadows on myself today because I have to do something similar to that look. Also, one thing I want to state just before we go on, before I forget, when I did the swatches, I do want to state that this shade, which is obviously the most vibrant shade in the palette, this says Shot Ski, it stained my arm pretty badly. Like, it's gone now, but it was definitely a good like 8 hours. It was still there despite how much I washed my arm or used a makeup melt-away balm or a cleansing oil. It stayed and it hung around. So I would imagine that this shade in particular will stain your eyelids. That's not a deal breaker for me, but I do want you to know about it. But let's go ahead. I want to get into this now. I really hope I don't like hate this at the end because I'm feeling so into this right now and I'm just like pumped about it. So the first thing I want to do is start with a sort of tapered blending brush. This is the BK Beauty Nikki LaRose N13. And I'm going to go into, oh my gosh, these are all so French.
French fries, French dressing, French bread.
Haute Savoy, I'm going to say, I might be butchering it, but it is this kind of mauve-y tone. It is a kind of deeper purple. Also, leave a comment down below if you guys are noticing any changing. I did change my lighting a little bit and I feel like it's representing colors a bit more true to tone and I'm kind of loving it, but let me know how you guys are feeling. I feel like my skin looks a little gray, but I'm not gray, I promise. But anyway, I'm going to take this, pat out my primer. I want to put this in my crease, and I want it to be kind of dark right in the crease, like in the deep of the crease, and then fade out a little bit. I am going to blend it out with more colors, but this is what I'm finding is one of the deepest shades. We actually do have a quite dark purple that I'll probably go in with as well, but I'm not sure actually. I might just want this. So I want that color to be really concentrated here in the crease. It is a very pretty color. It's got like definite purple tones to it, but pink as well. And again, I'm keeping this color deep in the crease. I'm not blending it up too high, but I do want the color to be very pigmented there. And this is building up so nicely. That is such a pretty color. I'm also going to take this out a bit, almost like a little bit of a wing. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and go in with the broken shade, which again is, I believe it's off-piste, and that is kind of crumbling a little bit. Oh gosh, I worked so hard to save as much of it as I could, but this is going to go right along this outer edge, blend it up just a bit more. This is a really nice blending shade. You can see what it's doing there. You can definitely see the difference. It's just really nice, and it's turning that almost a bit lavender right on the outer edge. I'm going to take a super fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in at first. Let's try it. I'm going to go in with raclette. Oh my gosh, I want raclette right now. Have you guys ever had raclette? There's actually a restaurant, or there used to be at least, in New York City called Raclette, where they would come over and they'd like scrape the cheese off for you onto like little cornichon and potatoes, and oh my god, it was so good. But anyway, this is going to be my brow bone highlight. Oh yeah, you can definitely see that. I kind of wanted an aggressive brow bone highlight, and I'm liking the way that looks. Ooh, I like that color. And I like, for me, you can see the difference between all three colors. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to build up that color a little bit more, the Haute Savoy. Again, I just want this to be very pigmented, and I'll go back and forth and blend these out. Trying to decide if I want to go any darker. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take kind of a fluffy pencil brush, and I'm going to dip into, let's call it Valet Blanche. And it is a very deep purple. It almost looks black, but it's not. I'm going to tap away all of the excess until it's almost like barely on the brush. And this is just going to go on this outer corner. I might wind up building this up more and having this be a little bit deeper, but I'm going to just keep this kind of light for now. I just want a little bit of moodiness right over here. Okay, I am going to build this up. All right, going into my NYX glitter glue, I'm going to do one eye at a time, and I'm patting this all over the lid, even over the deep parts. And the first shade I want to go in with is Vin Chaud, and that is a magenta, beautiful sparkle. Like, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. This is going to go on kind of the outer half of the lid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is lovely. Look at it. Oh, that is so lovely. Okay, I'm wiping off my finger. Let me make sure it's still, maybe I'm going to add a tiny bit more of the glitter glue to the inner lid, making sure it's nice and sticky. And then I'm going into, oh look, it's an English word, thank goodness, last run. I probably sound like the dumbest American possible. And this is going to go on the inner half of the lid. You guys, why am I feeling this look so hard right now? I don't like pink, do I? I'm kind of going back and forth between the two colors so I can kind of keep the richness of that deeper color while blending into the lighter. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm touching up that deepest shade right on the outer corner. I love that. I love that. Holy crap. So I'm actually going to take Vin Chaud, again, that's the magenta color, and I'm going to go little further over than I was. Blend these out. I still like applying shimmers with my finger. I know a lot of people don't like doing that, but oh wow. I'm really liking how that looks. I'm really liking how this is looking. I think it is so freaking pretty. The pinks are beautiful. I think the blend looks pretty good. So I'm actually going to take my fluffy brush and again go into Haute Savoy. I'm probably butchering that. And I'm going to take that under the eye, just kind of on the outer 2/3 maybe. I don't want to go all the way in. This feels so freaking cute. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take a pencil brush and go into, it looks like it says Les Alpes. So I'll say Les Alpes, and it's got a pink shift to it. So it does have like, it's just an icy white with a beautiful pink shift. And my goal is to have this really intense kind of like inner corner going up. So let's see if I can do that. You know what? I think I need some glitter glue. I'm going to put down some glitter glue. Well, that's interesting. In the pan, this has kind of a purpley, like pink shift to it. And I feel like it's looking almost like straight blue, but it's still very pretty. Is it giving the vibe I want it to, though? I don't know. You know what? It's makeup. Let's go with it. I'll be honest, I don't know how I'm liking that part of it. That was my fault, though. It's not a fault of like the actual shade. So I'm not sure how much I'm liking that addition I just did. And it's not the shade. The shade is beautiful, but I think I just wanted to keep it a little more pink. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dip back into Off-Piste. And this is, again, that like lighter pink. And I'm going to run it just kind of over top of that very lightly. See if it gets any more pink. It's kind of not. Okay, that's staying purple. But what I want to do, I am feeling like an intense highlight today. I want an intense one. So I'm going to try this one, which is Chamonix. And this is like a beautiful kind of multi-chrome. It goes from green to pink. It is very intense. So I'm going to tap off the extra. This is very, very, very glittery too. So if you hate a glittery highlight, not for you, my friend. It's interesting because I feel like a lot of the shift is pulling very green and I don't mind it. All right, I'm going to go ahead, hop off camera. I'm going to finish my eyes. I think I'm going to add more blush because I feel like I need more blush. Do something to the lips and I'll be right back. All right, here's my final look with my first try of the Chamonix Après-Ski Nomad palette. I really love this look. So I'll be honest, at the end, I also topped it off with the Melt glitter gel in, I think it's called actually Metalize, and this is in the shade Tempt. And I really feel like it helped kind of kick up that glitter vibe that I was looking for, but I really love these colors. Like, I'm kind of shocked. This shade, I love this shade. This is, again, it's like magenta with a slight gold shift. It's just, it's perfect. Like, I know I'm going to use the blue shades, the green shades, the purple shades in this. So I'm really kind of proud of myself for testing out this like blown out kind of pinky look. I really, really, really enjoy it. Also, by the way, for my lips, I used the Chiotor gloss in Lilac Frost, I think it is. Yes, the number 2. This is one of those cooling, plumping glosses. I freaking love it. But yeah, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with this palette and kind of shocked that when I opened it up, the first thing I was drawn to are those pinks, like those beautiful shimmering pinks. And I love this. Usually, even when I go out of my box, out of my comfort zone, and I try a pink look, I don't love it on myself. I actually really like this. And maybe it's because it leans slightly purple, but I think it's so freaking pretty. Like, I don't know. I think it just feels kind of good. I kind of love the icy brow bone. I love this pop of purple in the corner now, the one that I kind of didn't like at first. It is just, it's so shifty. It's so pretty. So let me know what you're thinking of this palette. I actually prefer this over, what was the other one they had? They had a Snow Lodge palette, like Whistler's Inn, maybe it was called, or something like that. I greatly prefer this one. I think the color story is so much fun. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. I'm feeling like really inspired by this and I want to play more. Like, I would love to do a fully green look with just this center. I also like how there's like 3 different looks in here. Of course, you can mix and match, but anyway, I'm babbling, but thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this comes out on Tuesday, January 14th. You can use my code GLITTERFALLOUT to save yourself some money. That is an affiliate link. So if you choose to use that, thank you so much for helping to support my channel. You all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always and forever, you guys are super freaking rock stars. I genuinely, wholeheartedly love you so much with my whole heart. You guys make me so happy every single day. Every single time I post, you guys just bring me so much joy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.